Hey there. We are going to dive in today into some geography resources that is more the cultural side of the geography spectrum instead of the landforms, physical geography. So, this is the cultural geography. Two of the biggest ones I see is Material World and Hungry Planet. And so I was going to show you what it's like inside of those. But for comparisons, I wanted to. Anyways, so we have this Just Like Me series that has celebrations. They also have their actual celebrations one. And then, so those are the couple that they have, as well as these magazines from Gentle Classical Press. This is one of the on missions. I just wanted to bring these in. This would be a more expensive option, but I do think that this is worth looking at, and you'll see why in a second. So I'm going to turn the camera around and I'm going to show you inside of these. Okay, we're going to hop into Hungry Planet. This was first published in 2005, so you will notice that some of this is already outdated. So here you have dinner is served and some information on there. And you can see it is split. Sorry, the glare is a little... Okay, so it is split by country and then a week of their food, and has some information about the country and has some pictures to go along with it, recipes and that kind of stuff. So you can see what this book is like if you've ever wondered. And it has listed, I believe here, the different countries that it has, because obviously they can't do every country. So there are your countries. Okay, so that is Hungry Planet. We look at this sometimes. I thought I would use that a lot more than I did, given how much emphasis has been placed on this. Material World is kind of the same, where it is older, as you'll see from the pictures, but you've got what they're like in these countries, the objects that are in the picture, and then so this is like how people live, right? And so you have, here's South Africa. Sorry. Televisions, which obviously are outdated now. Here's some things on Japan. So this is, if you're looking for a semi more modern, but not obviously, you know, if you're thinking about 2000 anything, it's been 20 years, you know, and so things have changed a lot. So anyways, so that's the Material World. Okay, this one is Children Like Me. This was back from 1995 time frame. So you have all these little children, and then what it does is it splits them out and tells you about the kid and where they're from. And you can see there's a lot of detail here. Okay. And the same goes with, this is the celebrations. So it talks about different celebrations, festivals, and things like that. You can kind of get a picture here. Okay. And last but not least, we're going to open up our On Mission. So the On Missions cover different countries. So I have two here. So the Netherlands, you'll see in here, this is a full geography curriculum technically, including core books and stuff. But what I do with this is more when we are going through it to look at some of the modern information in here. So, adding books to your library. Here's the culture. And exploring the Netherlands, history. Okay, so exports, but this talks, housing, handicrafts, different things. So you can look through. She also has on her website, you can get the India one to look through for free. And so, once again, these are just magazines, but they help you to feature different animals and look at students, games, so a life in that area as well as some history that goes with it. So I find these magazines to be one of the more like contemporary options, but it also looks at the historical. So at the end, if I could buy all the things over again, what would I buy? I think I actually like these Children Just Like Me. You can find them usually at your library. So these have been great. I don't know that I would spend the money on Material World or Hungry Planet. Should I say that? I don't think I would spend the money. Okay. And will I continue to buy these? Yes. Do I buy them all? No. I'm looking at buying like one per region more so. And, if we're studying a specific country and my kids are super interested in it, I might get the magazine for that one specifically. Or if I think there's something more to dig into there, I might get that one. We are studying Canada currently, and then we'll be studying South America next year. So I will probably get one from somewhere in South America. And then in Form 2, we'll be hopping back to the United States. And so we probably won't do any then. So, but I do have it so that I can do them now and then, but not as our core curriculum. Like I said, I don't necessarily think that that's following the Charlotte Mason way of doing curriculum. I just think it's a really good option of looking at cultural stuff currently. So hopefully that's helpful, and hopefully this video is helpful. Have a good day.